ano normally yung difference at sa pag-diversify pagka 10 million at ito pagka 1 million? Or pag 1 million ba, kailangan na ba i-diversify yon? Ano ba yung normal strategy mo doon?
Looking for diversification options for people with 1 million or 10 million. Bond exchange, the bond market in the Philippines is actually more liquid, if I'm not mistaken, than the stock market. So definitely it can, it usually is able to absorb larger amounts. Kaya we don't typically have any, recurring issues as to liquidation from our clients.
Siguro yung question ko rin, no, you said that, okay, bumili ng bonds and you can sell it before the maturity date, either at a discount or at a premium. For those people na na iniisip even those steps in advance, madali lang ba mabenta sa secondary market? Ano yung lugar para mabenta yon, and ano yung kailangan gawin? Kasi syempre, gusto rin malaman ng mga tao na gusto magbenta ng bonds sa secondary market. Is it madali lang ba o baka tedious naman na eventually I will end up not selling it?
Yeah. So actually, the process is quite easy, no? Especially in private banking, no? It's a matter of sending an LOI instructing us that you want to sell this much amount. So that's it. Once you send out your LOI, we take care of everything after that, and then once the funds clear, it depends. Do you want to redirect it in another asset? Do you want to withdraw it back to your settlement account? So it's that straightforward. The bond exchange, the bond market in the Philippines is actually more liquid, if I'm not mistaken, than the stock market. So definitely it can, it usually is able to absorb larger amounts. Kaya we don't typically have any, recurring issues as to liquidation from our clients.
You said the word liquidation, and importante rin yan, especially if you need the money ASAP kasi may mga things beyond our control. And I'm sure, sabi mo naman, na magsisend ka ng LOI or letter of intent, and then you can withdraw it, you can put it in another asset. Ito yung example. Example na ibibenta na nila, Monday sinabi sa'yo, how fast can they get the cash? Para at least for people who are thinking in advance na, sige, kung kailangan ko yung pera, baka ma-lock in, how fast can I get it?
Yeah. So, siguro if you sell it on a Monday and assuming no holidays within that week naman, possibly Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, anywhere around that time, most likely you're going to be able to get your funds within a week. So talagang yung the only ano is the clearing lang naman talaga. Of course, you need to be able to sell it. If you have a specific price in mind, then that might, add to some delays. But if you want to sell it at market price lang naman, tapos all you have to deal with is the clearing, possibly 2, 3 working banking days or something like that. By Friday, Thursday, or Wednesday, you should be able to get the funds already. So it's very, very liquid.
Yeah. Pero alam ko yung pinaka-technique doon. Pag friend mo si si Sir Robbi Samson, Monday ka nag-LOI, Monday rin ng hapon, kuha mo na, may tip pa. Sabihin mo lang sa guard na friend mo si Sir Robbi Samson.
Yeah.
Ano na yun? Madulas na yun, madulas na.
Yeah, if only, no? If only we could, Pero yun, it's really quite quick. No? Thankfully, I've never had any issues naman with clients. Of course, we inform them naman din kasi parang we inform them, if you invest in bonds, then expect na if you want to sell, it will take around this many days to liquidate. So, ayun, that's usually what we have to deal with lang naman, the clearing of the funds.
I think that's really important then. At least within 3, 4, 5 days, you will get the money. Example kasi, kunwari may na-aksidente, hindi yung sobrang matagal mo bago mabenta, unlike property, di ba? At least within the week. Yun naman yung importante. I think the flexibility is really important. Ayun. Yeah. So, siguro balik lang ako sa when you suggest your clients in terms of their assets. Kasi sabi mo nga, iba yung options ng diversification pag 10 million, iba rin pagka 1 million. Siguro, generally speaking, ano normally yung difference at sa pag-diversify pagka 10 million at ito pagka 1 million? Or pag 1 million ba, kailangan na ba i-diversify yon? Ano ba yung normal strategy mo doon?
Yeah. So usually, unless a client has very, very specific wants when it comes to their when it comes to their investments, usually what matters more in that regard is not necessarily the amount that they will invest in, but more on what stage they are or what stage they belong to in the investment cycle. So, kunwari, you're a fresh graduate and then binigyan ka ng regalo ng magulang mo na, oh, anak, ito, for graduating college, I'm giving you 1 million pesos. Uh, then I would advise that fresh graduate differently from someone na, kunwari, nag-retire ka and then the retirement package you got was also 1 million pesos. So, magiging iba pa din, even though they have the same amount, even though they both have 1 million pesos, pero my advice to them would be very, very different kasi they are in different stages of their lives. So, kaya, yun usually yung tinitingnan namin. More than the amount, tinitingnan namin yung what do you intend to do or what are your life goals with this. And of course, we also want to discover ilang porsyento ba ng total portfolio mo or total funds mo or total assets mo itong 1 million na ito. Is it the entirety of your assets or is 1 million just 1% of your assets or net worth? So we want to know that also kasi again, that will make things different, di ba? Parang, uy, kung ito lang talaga yung pera ng client na to, dapat protektahan natin. So we might veer more toward capital preservation na methods of investing. Whereas kung, uy, this 10 million is just a drop in the bucket kasi my net worth is actually 1 billion pesos. And then, we can invest the entire 10 million in risky assets pala kasi you have other assets naman pala. So, ganon. So, we look at all of those things. We also include risk tolerance, investment objectives. So, of course, if you're younger, typically you are more of a risk taker in nature. You can afford to take more risk compared to someone who's retiring na baka hindi na tama na you're taking on a lot of risk kasi baka at any time kailangan mo yung pera mo. So those are the things that we usually consider when looking for diversification options for people with 1 million or 10 million.
Right. Thank you for explaining that.